Today I want to share some of the best quarantine jokes and virus jokes that I've collected in the hope of cheering us up. We all need a little joy during this time. My biggest fear is that I will start a pandemic. But today I'm going to stick to the best jokes during a quarantine. You know what those jokes are, don't you? Inside jokes. Inside jokes. You know, this quarantine has changed our lives, hasn't it? Did you hear about the COVID-free dance that got canceled last week? It was all due to Saturday Night Fever. The nation of Finland just closed its borders, and this was very difficult for the citizens of Finland because no one could pass the finish line. This whole 6-foot distancing thing is crazy, isn't it? I have a friend who, when he shaves in the morning, stands 6 feet away from the mirror just to distance from the guy who's in the mirror. Do you know the Flat Earth Society is having problems too with social distancing? The 6-foot rule is pushing them all over the edge. Who could have imagined that government policy would be not to touch anybody with a 6-foot pole? Don't touch anybody with a 6-foot pole. It's also affected what we eat and what we drink. Do you know that Corona Light beer is renaming itself because of the quarantine? It's renaming itself Ebola Extra. And I'm told that there was a guy who went into a bar, and I don't go into bars, but there was a guy who went into a bar and said, "I want to order a Corona, but hold the virus." During a quarantine, you shouldn't even eat peanut butter. Do you know why? And I love peanut butter. You might spread it. It's even made this quarantine and the virus things more difficult to pay for things. You've probably seen those little "we need change" signs at stores. Do you know what kind of change is most in demand, most scarce right now? Common sense. Common sense. They tell us that there's going to be a great baby boom as a result of the quarantine. And I thought it was funny to hear what the people who were born right now will be called in 2033. They'll be called the quarantines. The quarantines. Do you know the virus has even made special commandments? Have you heard of the 10th commandment of the virus? The new 10th commandment? Thou shalt not COVID. Thou shalt not COVID. Now, there's one thing I think we all agree on, whether you're Dale Carnegie or John Maxwell or Joel Osteen, now is not the time to surround yourself with people who are positive. Avoid those positive people. The good news, anyway, about the whole virus is that we know it's not going to last. That's the good news. Why do we know it's not going to last? It's made in China. I have many more jokes and stories I could tell you, but I'll just stick with these today because I'm afraid that you wouldn't get most of the rest in 2 weeks. It would take 2 weeks for you to get them. Hope you can like us, share this video, and bring some joy to people. Our hope is that this video will go viral.